You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
All right, Joey, let's hear your idea for your own Godzilla movie. I'm excited to hear this.
All right, I'm excited to talk about it because I kept trying to think since Saturday over the weekend of what I would do for a Godzilla movie, and I had this modern take on it where it's in modern times, kind of like Godzilla 2014, but it's based in Japan, and it's based like how Shin Godzilla was, like centered around a disaster. And I would have had it like based off, instead of it coming from the atomic bombs, it would have been based off the nuclear energy coming from Fukushima. But I'm like, we've seen that before. We've seen it for the past 60 years. So what excites me most about the anime movie coming out is how different it is. And so for some reason, I don't know why I got in my head earlier today, but I thought, how cool would it be if we all step back into the DeLorean and we go back to 1888 in a western town, the Great Wide Open, and there's got a Godzilla there. It's not going to be a massively large Godzilla. I'm going to say about the same height that he was at 54,
Okay.
which is still pretty big. But during the Oregon Trail, we would cross the states to get to California for the gold rush and everything like that. And there's just what's so special about go back in time. It's the discovery of something new. Nowadays, everything has a camera on it. You have satellites all over. You can find stuff, but we didn't have GPS in the back in the Wild West. We didn't have like good maps or anything. And so you imagine going through all the treachery and hardship of what the Oregon Trail was, and then you get to California. You think you're gonna strike gold with Godzilla? I mean, just gold with gold. Like you're gonna strike gold literally in a gold mine, but you discover that in one of these mines is Godzilla, and no one's ever gonna know that a creature like that existed because no one's ever been to California. We're barely starting to settle over here.
All right, I'm just a little confused though, because didn't you say you wanted the movie to take place in Japan?
No, I'm saying that. I thought about doing that. I thought about doing a modern take, and it would take place in Japan.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that. I want to do something here, and I would based in the North California region. It would be in the 1800s. 1888 is what I threw out there, because it's 3 years after the train incident with Doc Brown. So I wanted to separate that by a couple of years, and so I just have this image of like a decent sized town, and like in old Western movies you have the showdown where you have like one cowboy here and you kind of see like the gun holster, and off in the distance you get the silhouette of the other cowboy, and you have the sun in the middle there. It's high noon. I just had this image, this image of like the sheriff of town with a rifle, and off in the distance you have the silhouette of Godzilla, and it's like if you go dude modern times, you do even back in the 50s up until now, we're going to have some kind of warfare technology that could at least might have an impact. But here we don't have much. We have our little 6-shooters, and we got some rifles and stuff.
Yep.
And so it's going to be, the destruction level won't be as crazy right now because I'm going to continue the story a little bit more because I want to advance it.
I never ever thought of a Godzilla Western.
Yeah, because I just thought, how cool would it be just that, because you're isolated in a small area because there's not too many settlers coming out here to California yet. We're barely starting the gold rush.
Yep.
And so you got like a small mid-sized town. You maybe a couple thousand people in it. Maybe, I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I was trying to do a little research on it ahead of time, but you just have this town that's going to be threatened by a giant monster who was discovered when the workers were trying to dig for gold over in the mine, and what they discovered was they were actually, I'm going to say they're trying to discover gold, but they're worried about this certain cave or this area that they found.
Yep.
Because there are some cave paintings drawn by Native Americans, because they're the first ones that actually they've had legends and stories about Godzilla based off their history, so they kind of know about what Godzilla is, and I'd like to keep them in the background, like watching, because they know what exists inside or could exist, kind of like the Native Islanders did in Ottawa Island in the original. I kind of got that theme going on, and so basically it's a fight, all we got are a couple 6-shooters rifles and some dynamite. We're gonna somehow take down this creature, and I think it would just be different. It would be different. He would be a solo, but he wouldn't be fighting anyone else. It would just be this town somehow working together to try to put Godzilla back to sleep, destroy him. They can't kill him I think it would be pretty cool. You don't really. It's just different. It's kind of out there, and I think I would watch it.
Well,
and
when you say it's kind of out there, I just want you to let you know that chat wants to know whatever you're selling, whatever you're smoking, they want some.
I just think the imagery of what the West was, because you can, like you said, like your Godzilla movie. So he rises from the ground. He destroys cities. You're inspired a little bit about 98. One how he's just destroying shit all the time. But it's like, we've seen that. We've seen a lot of. We've seen a lot of it. And so why not try something a little bit different, a little bit different tone? I think it would be great.
All right. Well, here's where I think you'll run into some trouble. You're definitely right. Mine is not very original, but I think the reason mine would be better than yours is because my Godzilla would be taking down towers, not straw huts.
Okay.
Okay.
They didn't have straw huts back then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like, okay, we've seen. I could watch any Godzilla movie.
He's stepping on a fucking tavern or pub or whatever or saloon that's maybe 6 feet high.
Okay, but imagine a bunch of cowboys. Have you ever seen Godzilla try to get
the destruction?
It's not like, it depends on what you're in the mood for. If you just want to see Godzilla destroy buildings, go watch, any other Godzilla movie. This is more about the character of Godzilla. It's more about there's enough Godzilla and there's enough human characters involved to make it interesting. How many times have you seen a bunch of cowboys on horseback trying to stop Godzilla? How ridiculous is that? How cool would that be? It would be so ridiculous.
No, you were right the first time. Ridiculous is right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, imagine them.
What are you going to do? Have the Native Americans come out with spears and chuck him at his feet?
Just imagine that
look at that! Godzilla's toe jam!
Yeah, you could try trains. You could do anything. It's just imagine the creativity of ways of these, folks with simple technology are going to do to try to take down a Godzilla.
Actually, somebody in the chat has a title for your movie. Jim. Gee golly, Joanne, that's John Lizard attack Bob and Sue.
That's too long of a name. I just you just imagine when he first shows up, you got the old man with the hat saying "What in tarnation?" and be fun.
What in tarnation?
I just think it's just different. It's out there. I think
it's certainly out there. But I think if I was a betting man, I think that I could probably chalk this up as another victory for my movie over yours.
I want to say that because you just described every single Godzilla movie pretty much out there. I'm talking about something that takes the character and puts it in a different genre and trying to.
I'm the best in the world. My movie is better than Joey's Godzilla Western, which is a piece of shit that even he said is ridiculous.
The story was a Godzilla movie that happens all the time. And so we get it. I took something, I took a risk, I went out there, I tried to do something different. And in the sequel, it would be placed in the little early 1900s in 1906 in San Francisco. And I don't know if you know, back then they had the Great Earthquake of San Francisco, I think 1906. But what if it was an earthquake? What if it was Godzilla coming back? And then you have more of a modern type San Francisco where the buildings, quote unquote, were made out of straw and they were actually built out of brick and stuff like that.
So, all right, let me ask. I want to ask you a real question though. Let's say, because I'm very interested to see your reasoning behind this, because I already know what the answer is going to be. But let's say your Godzilla movie got released and my Godzilla movie got released the same year.
Okay.
Whose movie you think will be better?
Mine.
Okay, I want to know why.
Because I saw your movie.
Okay.
I saw your movie when I was a kid. I saw a movie when I was a teenager.
You do know that Godzilla fans have seen my movie 30 other times, so it's very likely they'll see it for a 31st.
Yeah, they have.
So why is the selling point? Why don't you
give the fans something else that it's not it's not your grandpa's Godzilla movie, it's not your dad's Godzilla movie, it's not your Godzilla movie. It's a Godzilla movie of the future in the West. It's different. It's a risk. It's something else. It's expanding what Godzilla is. That's what this Godzilla anime is doing. It's taking the Godzilla concept of Godzilla and advancing it into a different type of genre and trying something different.
It's still the same genre, Joey. It's sci-fi.
Yeah, but it's the genre, the character of Godzilla, and moving him into something else.
Like what? Another planet?
Old West.
He's been on other planets before. It's been done before.
Yeah,
Planet X, remember?
Yeah.
So,
but we've never seen a movie where the world has pretty much been overrun by giant monsters and Godzillas. You know, people have to leave Earth and they're trying to, you know, it's like Interstellar meets Godzilla. It's a little different. But here, when's the last time you've seen, like I said, Godzilla wearing a cowboy hat?
Now he's wearing a cowboy hat?
No, not necessarily, but people like
Godzilla in the West. Okay, so you're
Godzilla Wild West.
I feel very confident that if we were to each pitch this idea to a movie production company, I would likely win 100% of the time.
No, because I would say, okay, so you just want to do another Godzilla movie or this? Oh wait, they'd probably want to know more about it. It's like, why do you think that this will work? Because yeah, I could do this Godzilla movie that I've done since the 50s, the same thing over and over again, or I could try something a little bit different. Are Westerns dead? Maybe. Is Godzilla dead? No.
So you're gonna combine a dead genre with a genre that barely has enough popularity to keep it going. You basically want to put a fork in the kaiju genre. Chat,
no, I want to. No,
chat.
I don't.
I think we just found out that Joey wants to end the kaiju genre. Chat confirm.
It's not true. That's not true.
You are putting it on life support.
Expand the Godzilla universe. I'm trying to expand
it
the
into
Godzilla.
the West.
Yeah.
Who's going to take him down? Billy the Kid?
I don't know who's going to take him down.
I
don't know if he will be taken down.
Is he going to get caught by the sheriff and thrown in jail?
I mean, yeah. No, you don't know. I guess you're going to have to go in theaters this summer to find out. You're raising so many questions that you want to know. And in order to know, you're going to have to go watch the movie.
But there's no fucking movie out because nobody's ever going to produce that movie. No one is ever going to produce a Godzilla Western. That's
you say that,
absurd.
But it was absurd. You're not giving it a chance to change. You rather stay in the same circle, same loop, but the same story over and over. Well, I'm going.
What else can a giant monster do but destroy? Really? What is he going to go shop at Old Navy? Is that what a monster's supposed to do? Is he supposed to do the Macarena in the middle of Times Square?
No.
What else does a monster do but destroy?
You can even take them back to medieval times. I thought about doing a medieval times Godzilla story too. I thought it'd be pretty decent. But
it'd probably be better than a Western Godzilla movie.
No, it wouldn't.
How about Godzilla in Africa?
That was already an idea that they had. That was for Godzilla vs. Monsters 2. Was supposed to take place in Africa. So don't give me that. That's possible.
I never heard of that, but okay.
It's true.
I don't know if I want to take your word for it after hearing a Godzilla in the Wild Wild West. Is Will Smith going to be in your movie? You didn't mention the cast.
No. Okay. I would have Andrew Lincoln. Andrew Lincoln. Okay. I would have Gene Hackman because he's been on a lot of old westerns, and I think we need to see an American actor come back. I'd also have Ed Houston as another older cowboy.
Okay. So not only are you going to have a Godzilla in the West, you're going to have old actors that nobody gives a fuck about anymore. You're really trying to tank the genre.
There's some people who appreciate.
Do you have a vendetta against Godzilla and the kaiju genre?
No, I don't. I don't hate him. I'm trying to expand him. I'm trying to make him bigger than what he is. I'm trying to not do the same, mundane thing that you want to keep doing. I'm trying to make Godzilla in a different environment. I'm trying to up the ante here. I'm trying to raise the stakes. You just want to stay the course.
Well, actually, you're not putting him in a different environment. You're putting him in California again. Doesn't fucking matter if it's 1888.
Okay.
It's still California. He was just there.
Okay. Yeah, he was there for like 2 days, and that was during modern times. And he was there for like a day. Here, we're in the West, where it's just think about it.
I've thought about it. It's pretty lame.
It's pretty. If you're, I think you're a little upset that you stuck with the same thing, and I tried to go out of the box.
I
went out of the box.
Assure you,
I saw the box.
If there's one thing I'm not, it's upset. It's hard to get upset when all I do is win, no matter what you say.
How did you win?
Because my movie's better, despite the fact that it's unoriginal.
How is it better? Because it's the same thing.
It's not. He's not trampling saloons and horses. What the fuck is that?
Who would direct your movie?
Oh my god!
Because I see, like Roland Emmerich would direct it because all you care about is just the destruction level. You don't care about Godzilla being in the movie. You just want to see buildings.
Of course, I care about him being in the movie. That's why he's a star in my movie.
Okay.
You're talking about bringing in Wyatt Earp and Billy the Kid to fight Godzilla with six-shooters. Joey, do you realize that a missile, rockets don't even phase Godzilla? What are you gonna do with a fucking shotgun?
Do you think Wild Cowboys knew that? Don't you want to know what happens? How these?
Tell me what happens. Tell me what happens in your movie, because
you're gonna have to find out next summer, 2019. It's coming out.
Joey,
Godzilla, open range.
Joey, you make my head hurt sometimes with your ideas.
Because
when I think you're coming around.
You want to be comfortable.
Just when I think when you're coming around, because you did make, admittedly, a good case for Fast and the Furious, and I said to myself, damn, he's coming around. And what do you do now? You make a Godzilla. I mean, today's Wednesday. So we had Saturday night after stream, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then all day today. And you come up with a fucking Western?
Well, it could have been, okay, how about Godzilla destroys cities?
Yeah. That's what people want to see. That's what people want to see. That's what people want to see.
I know that I want to see something different than Godzilla.
All right. So you want to see Godzilla in the Wild Wild West. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not denying that mine is unoriginal, but I know mine will work. I'll give you. I will give you credit for trying to be different, but different doesn't necessarily mean good.
Okay.
So,
but I took a risk, and I'm willing to go out for it.
You basically fell 100 feet on your face.
I would put all my chips on the table.
You just took a leap of faith off the Empire State Building and landed on a spike right on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I jumped.
You jumped, but you died.
You jumped.
No,
I don't think I died. I don't think I landed yet.
Oh, you landed, boy. You landed hard. Woo! Godzilla to the future.
How can you be dead if you never lived?
What? Yeah, how could you be dead if you never lived? What are you implying, Joey? That you're undead? Guys, confirmed. Joey is a zombie.
I'm just not afraid to try something different. I think there would be a lot of cool imagery, a lot of cool cinematography, a lot of crazy ideas. You want crazy shit happening. It'd be a lot of fun. I've seen your movie. I haven't seen mine.
And you loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. But now,
Joey, I would have been more entertained with your movie if you tried to implement it into the DC universe. That actually would have been more interesting than putting him in the Wild West.
Was worse.
What happened?
Medieval Times would have been worse.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you just said.
The Medieval Times version would have been worse.
You think it would have been worse?
Yeah.
I gotta be fair though. I gotta be honest here. Honestly, I figured any idea you came up with would be horrible. So, and you didn't disappoint.
Okay.
Godzilla in the Wild Wild. This is going to make a very good video tomorrow. I want you to know that. I'm going to highlight this conversation.
Yeah,
I'm going to let all 18,200 plus subscribers listen to this abomination of a Godzilla movie you've come up with.
Put a link for a Kickstarter to get this movie funded, and it will be a big hit.
It will fail so huge. Bad, people will ask you for money just to start it.
No, it will be fantastic.
They want to hear your medieval time idea. Joey.
All right, I'll just go ahead and wing it.
No. Chat wants to hear your medieval time idea.
Okay, medieval times.
All right, let's hear this. Story time with Joey. I like it.
Story time. This one just came out of nowhere too. I was putting more focus and energy and thought into the Wild Wild West version of Godzilla. That's good stuff. But for some reason, I've always liked kind of medieval times. I like the King Arthur and the Round Table and all that.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
So I thought it'd be cool if it would be centered around King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. You have Lancelot and I forget the other guy's name, but I just know Lancelot, King Arthur, Round Table. You're gonna have Merlin involved, so you got a little bit of magic involved. And basically, it's this Godzilla versus Camelot, and you have. And basically,
just the shit.
You'd have.
Oh my God, you were right. It is worse. Just the sound of it.
I told you this is worse. It's a
Godzilla.
little worse. They have to, Merlin's over, he's retired, and King Arthur's summoned Lancelot to go out find Merlin because they need some kind of magic to stop Godzilla. They think he's some type of dragon, so they had to create their own dragon, and that's not as good as the Western one. Because
No, you were onto something, and then they create King Ghidorah.
Possibly, I think they can create their own dragon.
So
yeah,
you need me to help you write. But let me just tell you something right now.
yeah.
Just the sheer sound of that is what broke me. The whole Godzilla versus Camelot. Oh my God. Why don't you you know what? I got one for you. Here's what I would do.
Just spit it, and I'll come up with something.
And I can tell you right now, this is going to be better than yours. Guarantee it. All right. So what I would do, and I'm glad that we're talking about this because this. Hey, Rob, I need a reality check. I don't know. Do you? All right. So I think what would be a good Godzilla movie would be a prequel to 2014 set in the ancient time when these monsters roamed the earth. If you remember the 2014 movie, Dr. Serizawa's assistant, I forget her name, both in the real life and in the movie. I think her name was Susan Hawkins or something like that. Some shit like that. I don't know.
Sally Hawkins.
Sally Hawkins. Okay, that's her real name. And she mentioned in the movie that him and others roamed the earth during a time where radiation levels were very high. I would like to see a survival type movie with all him and the other monsters that roam the earth, and it would be nice to see the chain, the circle of life, and that where was he on the food chain? Was he tops on the food chain? It would be an exclusive monster movie with no human involvement. There'd be no dialogue. You'd have to see the events play out as if they were real animals and see who really ruled during that time. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to be a major motion picture. It can be like a short. It
could be like a 45-minute short before Godzilla goes west. That sounds pretty good. So you got an idea what Godzilla was?
I would not put my fucking movie anywhere near your shit. It would not go west. They would show where the monsters started to hibernate once the radiation started to settle. That would be the movie. And yes, Circle of Life, not fucking Lion King, these guys over here. The Circle of Life is the Circle of Life in any environment of animals. Anyway, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen a prequel movie of going back to the ancient times when Godzilla and these other monsters roamed the earth, see how they lived, see how they interacted, how they function, and how they consumed radiation. Was it something they consumed through their body? Like they said in the movie, Godzilla slept deep in the ocean, close to the Earth's core, whatever, where the radiation is strongest. So, or is it something that they fucking pick up with their hands and just chuck in their mouth? You know what I mean?
Well, the Mutos kind of ate him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like the Muto in the movie looked like he was chugging on that missile. Like he popped the missile open like a bottle and just started chugging on uranium. So, Steve Irwin meets Godzilla. Hey, look, say what you want about my movie. It's better than Godzilla in the West. That's for sure.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
You kind of had the same concept.
No.
You're talking about...
First of all, how's the concept the same? There's no fucking humans in the movie.
Okay.
It's monster on monster interaction between the monsters. And we get to see new designs, different type of Mutos, possibly the origin of Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah. How could you not like that? And it's original, Busta.
It'd be a good short in front of the Godzilla Goes West.
This fucking guy. Now you're just trolling. You know your movie's a shit movie.
No, I don't think it is. I honestly don't think it is. You just have to visualize it.
You can't possibly be convinced that would be a good movie.
I think it would.
Listen. You've seen every Godzilla movie. You've gone to Japan, okay?
Yeah.
You know the culture. You know the following. Why in God's name do you think a Godzilla Western movie would even have a chance at working?
Because of what you said, everything you just said. That's why.
What did I just say?
Seeing all the Godzilla movies, I know the culture. I've been to Japan, and I know there's something. There's a thirst for something different.
Just because, like I said, just because it's different doesn't mean it's better. Once again, I want you to know that you lost this argument. Your movie is shit compared to mine, and I'm going to.
Just because he's it's not true. That's not true.
Look, Joey.
That's not true. This isn't gonna end here.
I'm the best in the world. I'm undefeated with my arguments. Joey's high on fucking weed. Is it hydro or heavy chronic?
East goes west. I haven't seen Godzilla right before it's back off in the distance. That's gonna be the ending shot.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. You can follow E.T.N on Facebook, Twitch or Twitter, or join the Nation Facebook page. Don't forget to click that subscribe button on your way out.